All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, we were checking out a JT Productions video, and it was covering the evolution of Kobe Bryant's offensive game. Prior to that, we reacted to a JT Productions video that was doing that about Michael Jordan's game. Both were incredibly interesting. And at the end of the video popped up the LeBron James one. And I was kind of curious because the title of this video is Young LeBron James was doing things we had never seen before. And if I take a time trip back to when, he was a rookie and those first couple of years in Cleveland, man, I was blown away back then. I mean, you guys know how I feel now, but as far as like where did he start, I was a huge fan of his game. And I thought it would be kind of cool to go back and revisit those times before the dark times, before the Empire, before the clutch media, and before all this chaos ensued, to just look at a guy's basketball game and kind of break down his style of play. I thought it would be interesting. So we're doing something different here today. But yeah, I'm gonna not bash the guy today because we're talking about young LeBron, and you all know how I feel. Anybody who doesn't know how I feel about it, go check out any of my other videos about LeBron James, and you'll know exactly how I feel. But for today, let's just talk about basketball and offense. So anyways, as always, I'm going to link this video from JT down below in the description. So if you want to check it out without my commentary, go right ahead. It seems like he's got a lot of cool content, so I'd highly recommend you check out the channel. And it seems like he's sticking to basketball, no drama, just basketball. Everybody else, please leave this video a like. I'd appreciate it. It helps out a ton, more than you guys probably understand. It helps out a lot. So thank you very much in advance. And all right, let's do this. Let's break down some offense.
Coming into the NBA, LeBron was already being called the chosen one, the savior of Cleveland, and gaining comparisons to Michael Jordan. And he met and exceeded all expectations, becoming the youngest player to score 50 in an NBA game, and then 2 years later becoming the youngest player to lead his team to the finals. LeBron may have not won a championship during his first stint in Cleveland, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he was doing things we had never seen before. LeBron was an absolute freak of nature. He had high-flying hops paired with elite speed and a quick first step that made him unstoppable. He had the ability to literally take off past everyone down the court and finish on the opposite end, taking off for a high-flying dunk.
I remember when he was young, thinking like this guy has a body almost like a young Karl Malone, but he's twice as fast. Like I thought the sky was the limit for him. And I still feel that way, considering what he walked into the league with. Like, the sky was really the limit. But I'm looking at these clips so far, and it looks identical to how he's playing now. Like, his offensive game has not evolved much. Let's keep watching now.
He had the ability to just jump over everyone, rising up for this putback dunk with his head at the rim, and shaking the hoop as he throws it down. He would do this in the half court too, where he could backdoor to get the lob pass for the backward slam. And he could start from a standstill and quickly accelerate with his first step to rip past the defense before rising up for a poster dunk on the defender who had no chance of blocking the dunk.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Honestly, I do like how when he was young, he used to go straight at it and attack the rim. That was cool. He does less of that now. He's older, but I think I'm realizing a lot already. It's that his game is not evolved. Like, he just looks like a younger version of exactly what he's doing now. He didn't go through the evolution that like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant did, where they got smarter and wiser as they got older. Like, he's still playing this bully ball thing where he's driving straight to the basket and trying to finish strong, and that's like all he does on offense.
His first step allowed him to accelerate right past the defense. Even when on the catch it looked like there was no lane to the hoop, he still rips right, beating everyone off the dribble and rises up for the dunk. Along with this,
interesting. So back then he was faster, so he didn't have to elbow people in their ribs like he does now. because he's always, either shouldering somebody in the ribs or elbowing them. But back then, he was quick enough.
Beating everyone off the dribble and
he cleanly blew by 2 people.
Is up for the dunk. Along with this athleticism, he had the strength to pair with it. He could drive right down the lane and even with 3 defenders around him, be unbothered and finish right through the contact. On the fast break, even when he gets cut off, he bullies his way through the first defender and then finishes through the contact of the second defender to make the layup. Even when the Magic put the Defensive Player of the Year Dwight Howard under the rim, it didn't matter as LeBron charges right at him, absorbs the contact, and finishes the layup over him.
Yeah, that was a good finish.
This strength and athleticism made him an elite athlete, but this is nothing without the skill.
Wait, did I just see a big flop? I think that's Manu Ginobili right there.
This strength and athleticism made him...
Oh, no. Oh, no. He took an elbow to the chin. Oh, my God. That could have shattered some stuff.
An elite athlete, but this is nothing without the skill he possessed as well. LeBron had a solid handle to pair with the athleticism and great touch when finishing around the rim.
All right,
we see him hit his defender with a double crossover just to blow by and then make this double clutch layup around the help side. This touch was put to great use finishing around the basket as he once again rises up just to bring the ball back down as he hangs in the air and then finishes the layup.
Oh, man, it's coming back to me. He had a lot more grace to his game before then. I mean, I think this is before all the alleged PEDs and stuff, and he got like monstrously big because he had some fluency to his game. I remember enjoying watching him play, and this is why he looked good out there. All he had to do was work on his defense and work on his mid-range jump shot, and the guy would have been solid. But yeah, we didn't get that. And now you got Jordan became more of primarily a jump shooter later on in life because he knew his step had slowed down, so he couldn't just barrel through the basket and elbow people along the way to get to the rim. He got smarter, so he was like, all right, I'll hit 50% from out here then. And he worked on his jumper and he worked on that post-up game like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, LeBron he's just a slower version of his young, graceful self. And I think it's been a different journey than any other player I've seen. He never adapted his game.
On this play, he attacks downhill, draws both the same side and opposite side help on the drive, just to jump right around them to the opposite side of the rim for the left-hand layup.
Look how fast he was there.
He would combine this with his ability to handle the ball, where he could come off the screen and just split the defense to get straight to the hoop.
All right, hot take. I swear he was a better ball handler when he was younger than he is now. Like, he's so much more clunky out there.
He didn't really have a bag full of moves, but he had the ability to handle the ball while dribbling straight through the defense. He could handle the ball through traffic where he once again splits the defense and then spins off the third defender helping over and gets to the rim for a layup.
Like, that was a pretty impressive play right there.
Through the defense. He could handle
all right.
The ball through traffic where he once again...
So he's got the pick and he's going to split him. That's like a Dwayne Wade move right there.
Splits the defense.
And then he's going to roll off and still finish the shot. He was capable of a lot more back then.
And then spins off the third defender helping over and gets to the rim for a layup. All of this combined made him the best player in the NBA, winning 2 MVPs in 2009 and 2010, and leading the Cavs to the best record in the NBA, despite having no real help. Because of this, every team he played had the same game plan: stop LeBron at all costs. Yet LeBron still delivered. Teams were completely locked in on stopping LeBron from scoring.
It was when, I forgot who did it first, either Boston or San Antonio. I think San Antonio did it first. Once they figured out, though, he didn't have a jumper and a perimeter game, and they realized, see, like right now, this is a mistake. You don't want to be right up on him. Why are you up on him over here? He's going to blow by you. He's stronger and faster than you when he was this age. So you play off of him, you dare him to shoot. So this was a bad strategy right here, and I'm sure he's about to get punished for it. But Boston and San Antonio figured it out, sag off him. You know, like how they did with Ben Simmons a couple years ago. just sag off him, dare him to shoot. And if he does shoot, that's where you get those like 33% games, because he doesn't shoot at good efficiency out there. But if you play hard on him, you play up close on him in the perimeter, then more than likely he's going to penetrate, get by you. And that's where his accuracy goes up to about 60 to 70%.
See plays like this where the defender forces LeBron to his left, and then the big steps up to help, forcing LeBron to retreat back to half court, only for LeBron to re-attack left, getting down the lane, drawing 3 help defenders over, where he misses a layup, but he's the first one
He got away with a foul there, by the way.
Drawing 3
right there. That's how he created that space.
Help defenders over.
Shoved them right in the stomach. But still, the point remains, though. He is fast enough to blow by you. Back then, he was, at least. So just sag off him. I think they figured that out a little more today than they did back then. But back then, his jump shot was even worse.
Where he misses a layup, but he's the first one off the ground for the putback. Defenses would literally send everyone to help as he tries to drive right, but there's 2 defenders in help.
I just got to point it out one more time, and then I'll lay off it. If LeBron's got the ball up here, and I think this is Rip Hamilton, Richard. You don't need to be up here because he's not gonna shoot the 3, and if you do, you want him to. So you got no business guarding him all the way up here. You're in a position for shooting right now. You need to back up. I'd back up to about right here and just let him shoot it. If he wants it, you can take it. If not, you're covering 2 passing lanes right now. Because more than likely, if you dare him to shoot, he's going to pass the ball. So you're in a good position to intercept the pass. So that's the last time I'm going to point it out. This is not a good defensive strategy against a guy who doesn't like to shoot mid-range or deep balls.
Literally send everyone to help as he tries to drive right, but there's 2 defenders in help clogging the paint, so he retreats, attacks left, where now the big steps up and has to foul, sending him to the line for 2. Teams were literally doing everything to stop LeBron as the Spurs have a defender on him forcing him sideline and a defender in drop on the ball screen. But he still manages to drive middle, the same side help defender steps over to stop the drive, where now LeBron pulls back, gets past both defenders, and then finishes the and 1 over the 4th defender stepping over to help.
All right, I'm not going to lie, that was good defense, but that was better offense there. So flowers were they're deserved. That was a good play.
Just watch this play here as LeBron gets the hard head.
Oh, man. Stay off him.
Off the screen.
Timmy, what are you doing up there?
Forcing him to dribble
get
out,
back.
where he then re-attacks left, driving right into 3 defenders.
Yes, Timmy didn't need to do that. Now he's off balance at the point of attack by LeBron.
Where he still somehow finishes the and 1. Teams were literally sending multiple defenders his way, with some having the only option of fouling just to try and stop LeBron. I mean, they were literally not caring about anyone else on the court, sending all 5 defenders at LeBron on this drive, leaving 1, 2, 3 teammates wide open on the perimeter, where LeBron jumps in the air to dish the ball out for an open corner 3. This really opened up LeBron's passing ability, where he could drive, draw the defense, and then kick the ball out to a teammate for an open shot.
And this shows why he was so ineffective in 2010, 2011, his first year with Miami, because he didn't get to play this kind of ball where he penetrates and kicks out, or penetrates and goes for the layup. He didn't get to play that kind of ball. That wasn't the offense the first year. But by the second year, that became the offense. Spread everybody out, clear the lane, let all the defenders compact into LeBron as he gets by his first guy, and then dish it out to somebody or try to finish the and 1. And that's what he's done his whole career. But yeah, that's why his shooting percentage was so low in Miami, because he had to actually play a little bit off ball and then do some catch and shooting. He didn't get to do this.
Defenders would
look. He's draining the clock here, So he's going to wait for the last second.
Completely leave their man to double LeBron, which just allowed him to take on the double.
Now you got a double team, possible double or triple team, and you got 2 guys wide open. 3 seconds left, so we'll stick with the double team, wide open guy right here.
And deliver a bounce pass right around the defense to get his teammate a dunk. He could display his elite passing ability as he gets forced to retreat back to half court from the double, and with all eyes on LeBron, he whips this one-handed pass from half court straight down the middle.
See, there should be zero attention to LeBron up here.
And with all eyes on LeBron, he whips this one.
Yeah. Duncan, sorry, buddy. I'm a big fan. You were supposed to be up here or down here. Not paying any mind to LeBron James at half court. So, yeah, this was a big boo-boo.
One-handed pass from half court straight down the middle of the lane to Anderson Varejao cutting to the rim. Just watch how 3 defenders collapse to the paint to stop a middle drive, so LeBron says no problem and delivers a behind-the-back pass right around all of them to his cutting teammate. His passing
That's crazy, because he doesn't have a post game. I would have dared him to shoot right there.
Better as he drove to the rim. He could get down the lane, draw the entire defense towards him, and then jump like he was going up for a layup and swing the ball in the middle of the air to a wide open teammate who was sitting on the perimeter for an open 3.
That was good basketball.
The problem is that he didn't have the teammates who could consistently help him when it mattered. In every playoff series that he lost, he only once had a teammate average more than 15 points per game in those series.
Yeah, but all these guys are allowed to do when they're playing with LeBron is catch and shoot. So they're not really integrated into the offense. As you see, it's always LeBron's ball, ISO, and either he's going to finish at the goalpost or he's going to dish it out to you last second for a spot shot. And that's pretty much all it is. It still is to this day. So people who say he has a point guard, you're wrong. LeBron's the point guard. He always has been. He always will be the point guard. He's running the offense, and it's his offense.
And in that one series, LeBron averaged 38.5 points per game. Therefore, when LeBron would get doubled and pass it out, he couldn't always rely on his teammates to score the ball. This had to be frustrating when he would get doubled, kick it out to a wide open teammate who couldn't consistently hit the shot. And despite LeBron being great at driving through the lane and absorbing the defense, finishing through the contact, it's difficult for one player to consistently do this. So when the Cavs would lose, LeBron would get the blame for a poor performance, but it was mainly due to the defense he was playing against. On this pump fake, he already had a second defender coming his way, causing him to pick up the ball, pump fake again on the recovering defender, and then end up missing the jumper. As he drives on this play, the help side defender steps over on his left, blocking the drive down the lane. This forces LeBron to spin back right, where now another help side defender comes over to try and block his shot, and it results in a miss. Or here, as he gets past both his defender and the big in the screen and roll, 2 other help side defenders fly over as LeBron drives and contest his shot at the rim. This was the constant defensive pressure he was facing night in, night out, and despite this, he still managed to score through this defensive pressure as he averaged over 25 points per game in every playoff series except 2 during his first stint with the Cavs. LeBron needed help, which he wasn't getting in Cleveland, resulting in him jumping ship and going to Miami. Even if he never won a championship in his first run in Cleveland, his play was beyond impressive. He may get knocked for early playoff exits, but I would say given the circumstances, he was beyond impressive with what he could do with his team. So what do you think? Should LeBron get more credit for his first run in Cleveland? Let me know in the comments. And if you would like to check out some of my other videos, click on one of them right here.
That's interesting because, I don't give LeBron credit for anything he's done post Cleveland, but honestly, if there's any part of his career that I've always stood by is his, from his rookie year until 2010. When he went to Miami. So that run, I was a fan, and I did want to see him succeed. And I did respect his game. I thought it would mature, and that's where I was wrong, unfortunately. I think if he would have stayed in Cleveland and dealt with the frustration of losing year after year, he would have had to change his game. It's what happened to Kobe. It's what happened to Jordan. You have to get humbled and realize I'm working too hard, because let's be real, we watch those clips. He's working harder, not smarter. So he's doing way too much work out there that he doesn't need to do. I think back at young Michael Jordan in the league, and he was doing the same thing, putting up ridiculous numbers, but he was working way too hard on offense. So he had to get humbled because it wasn't working, and it was getting drained for no reason, because the result wasn't a winning result. So what happened? he had to basically change his role. And that's where you start seeing Michael Jordan stay in the post a lot more and embrace a role. And also, Jordan shifted to a mentality, and so did Kobe in his prime, in his later years in the league, of I get my guys involved in the first 3 quarters, fourth quarter, I'm taking over, yet everybody is all warmed up on my team. So whenever I need them to hit a shot, they're gonna have wide open shots. Because if you ice your guys for 3 quarters and you're the only one dominating the ball, they're ice cold in the fourth quarter when you need them the most. So as a star, you have to integrate all of those guys for those first 3 quarters, get them comfortable with the ball, get them in the flow of the offense so they hit a couple shots, they're feeling good. And then you take over in the fourth quarter when the double teams and triple teams start rolling in because they can't stop you because you're that good. Now you start hitting the open man, and now the defense doesn't know what to do. But we saw in all these clips, all the defense was collapsing on LeBron because they know he's not going to shoot a jumper. They know he's going to drive to the basket, and then we have to collapse on him. But once again, that's why he felt all alone out there. And it's a shame still to this day that if he would have matured his offensive game and realized I got to stop playing point guard. I got a point guard right here. Back then it was like Mo Williams. Give Mo the ball. I'm gonna get myself in the block and post up, and then I could read the offense from that position. If a double team comes to stop me, cool. I can dish it out to the open man. If the double team doesn't come, well, I better have a good post up game so I can earn the respect and get that double team. But I gotta hit some jumpers first. But I never saw that to this day. And that's been one of the most disappointing things about LeBron James's actual offensive game. I critique his defense all the time, but offensively, that's why we see him 40 years old or whatever, still just trying to penetrate to the basket, and he's fouling people left and right in order to get to that basket. And all he can do is try to flop for calls now because he can't rely on the ball being out of his hands, and he can't rely on a post game or a mid-range game whatsoever. So yeah, this was an interesting video. Good video by JT Breakdowns. Definitely leaving this video a like. I'm not a LeBron James fan, but I gotta say, the way he broke down the offense was very interesting. Hopefully with my critique added on, it'll give you more of a complete vision of it, at least the way I see it, because there were a lot of things that defenders were doing back then that I thought was not the right way to approach LeBron James. You dare him to shoot. And I think if the league dared him to shoot for long enough, he'd be forced to get a jumper. And to tell you the truth, if LeBron had a good jumper and he could play some defense, shoot, sky's the limit. He could have won a lot of championships. But it is what it is, and it played out how it played out. But it was interesting for me to go back and remember, because what this video showed is exactly why I was a fan of his when he was a young man in Cleveland the first time around. Anyways, everybody, that seems like ages ago, as LeBron James has done so many things that I find incredibly disrespectful, but we don't need to get into that today. This is about basketball. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Check out JT's channel if you enjoyed these kind of basketball breakdowns. Leave a like to this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. If you do, I'll see you very soon on the next one. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? Peace out.